Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Keep an eye on that, Holly. Looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Tackled and brought down at the 60. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The run inside. It's Clark. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right in the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing, Sellers. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Really good job by the defense, understanding the quarterback got outside the pocket. Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense, understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
This is a design run. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your line.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Run in the red zone. It's Mobley. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive game. Now let's go get 7.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24. And good work by the coverage unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Sellers. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Might have a chance. Smashes through the tackle. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Here's Sellers to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he makes the extra point. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just keeps moving. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Completion for the first down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Irish. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air. It's Sellers. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the gun on third down, Sellers finds his man. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sellers. Finds his man. It's Tuggle. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Sellers to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harbor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Again, it's Sellers. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Rushes on him. Still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a second and long. The pull and throw off the RPO.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quick catch on third down. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now it's second and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Tries it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Clark. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Back to throw, it's Carr. He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Sellers bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second.
Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside and making the big tackle.
Carr. Complete to Williams over the middle. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Throwing, Carr. He's got it. On the move at the 30. Racing down the left side. All the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the E.
Hey, that's a live ball. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella. And they're
Breaks into the open. Powers through. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. They're working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. The snap sets up to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And it's loose.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
And, dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got a little space. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working the middle. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the punishment has been extended.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Coming out with it, it's Sellers. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunt. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking long. Got it in stride inside the 20. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Buying some time. Flips it out in the flat. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
The run inside. It's Clark. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls and fired complete. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
South Carolina, 19.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. They get to the line quickly. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Sellers. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch, and that's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Quarterback will keep it. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense is really... There he goes!
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Williams doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Offenses nice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football. And that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us. And they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Running inside, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other, and they're not securing the tackle. I get it, they're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
Touchdown, Irish! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The raindrops kept falling on his head, and he muffed it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'll send the back in motion. Sellers. Here's a heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback may change this route. Sellers from the gun on third down. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wide receiver. 4th down, Sellers. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Offense in a bunch formation. The RPO, it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why...
Snagged it, and there's running room. They'll get him stopped just short of